Roy Stone here with JamStone Magic. You know, the crisp, cool nights are here. The fall leaves are going to start showing soon. It's time for those Halloween shows, those spooktaculars. Well, because of that, I want to show you one of JamStone's latest products. We call it the Monster Mash. Now, when I was a kid, I had a little 12-inch black and white television. And on that black and white television, every Saturday, we would watch spooky, scary movies. And one of the scariest creatures in all of those movies, my favorite character, was this character. They would show the sky, and clouds would part, and there would be the full moon. And when the full moon was shown, the camera would pan to a fellow looking up at that blue moon. And hair would begin to grow on his face, and claws would grow on his hands and his feet. His nose grew long, and fangs came out. It was a werewolf. The werewolf would come out. Oh, he was so scary. One of my favorite movie characters of all time was the werewolf. Now, there was another character. The sky would show, and clouds would part, and the moon would be there, and there would be a flutter. It would be a little black bat. And that little black bat would flutter into the window of an unsuspecting victim. And then in a poof of smoke, that bat would turn into Dracula. And he'd say something like, "I want to talk your blood, blah, blah, blah." Well, I thought that Dracula was kind of a goofy character. I preferred the werewolf. But no matter which movie you prefer, they are some scary movie monsters out there. Whether it is the werewolf that you like the most, which is my favorite, or it's Dracula that you love the most, there are scary movies out there, and we all love to be scared, don't we? Now, the werewolf was my favorite so much that I decided to go trick-or-treating as the werewolf. Now, my brother, he decided he would go trick-or-treating too, and because I was dressed as the werewolf, he decided that he would go as Dracula. So here I am, dressed as the werewolf, going from house to house getting candy, and there he was, dressed as Dracula, going from house to house getting candy. But you know what I learned? I learned a magic trick. I did. I learned how to magically transform my costume into his costume and his costume into mine. We would switch places. You know what that meant? That meant that we could now go back to the same houses again and get double candy, because I was no longer the werewolf, I was Dracula, and he was no longer Dracula, he was the werewolf. Then my school had a contest. My school had a costume contest one year, and we decided that we would have to go to that costume contest because we would definitely win, because we had the scariest costumes of all. He was in Dracula, and I would be in the werewolf, and we would be the scariest characters of all. But there was all kinds of people in that contest. And you know what? Just because he was dressed as Dracula, and just because I was dressed as the greatest movie character of all time, the werewolf, you know what? We didn't really win. No, I didn't win, he didn't win, neither one of us won. You know what we did? We come in second and third place because there was a scarier creature, a scarier person than any other. It was the lunch lady with mystery meat. And she wasn't even wearing a costume. This is JamStone Magic's Monster Mash. It's a lot of fun and will bring a lot of laughs to your spooktacular show. Find us at jamstonemagic.com or find us on Facebook.